Many in our area could face layoffs, which can make people question how to stay afloat managing their finances. Jordan, you're joined by an expert to help those in need with some little money management.
Yeah, not only is Brian Nemes here for everyone listening at home, he's here for me too. I could always use some money management. Brian with Family Wealth Management, thank you for being here with us today, Brian.
Happy to be here.
The first question is, what's the challenges, right? When you talk to a finance manager, what do you need to start with when you need to approach someone about your finances?
Yeah, I mean, when we talk with clients and prospective clients, the thing that we focus on the most is establishing a solid financial plan. That is the basis for every other decision that you're going to make as it relates to your finances, as it relates to retirement, anything that happens prior to retirement, whether that's short-term, intermediate, all stems from that financial plan.
Why does someone need a financial planner? And can you be in any sort of bracket, tax bracket, or finance-wise to make it? Do you have to make a lot of money, a little bit of money? Why would you need a finance manager?
I think any person can benefit from a financial planner. Whether it's somebody in the top income tax brackets, the lower income tax brackets, there's always things that need to be addressed, things that can be corrected, things that, a financial planner, given their expertise in tax, be it estate planning, investments, is going to be able to help you out with.
And what about, especially during a layoff? I mean, especially when people may be down on their luck, especially no job, what about navigating that with their finances?
Yeah, it's probably the period of time where you need the help the most, right? And, what I tell clients that are going through that event is not to make harsh decisions. Don't make any decisions right now. Take a step back, collect your thoughts, and take inventory of what you have, what assets you have available to you, what income, what are your spending needs going to be over the short term, over the intermediate term, and then look at that from the perspective of what makes the most sense to get you through that short term and intermediate term period, but also maintaining your longer term focus.
Do you have any specific examples? You don't have to say the person's name of, when you had a client facing that hardship and kind of what worked best for them?
Yeah, I think, from our standpoint, when we work with clients, and I had one that went through a layoff recently, we had worked with them to establish an emergency fund ahead of time so that when that event happened, which we had an idea was maybe going to happen, they had that to fall back on. So there wasn't this pressure on, say, tapping into retirement savings where you could face an adverse tax consequence, a penalty, things of that sort where, you're really doing yourself harm in the long term. So a little forward planning goes a long way.
Okay, and on the flip side, what if you don't know it's going to happen? What's the biggest thing to keep in mind if all of a sudden you're just without a job?
Yeah. Again, I think you take kind of the same approach. Whether or not you know it's coming or not, you want to put yourself into a position where you're ready, regardless. So, if it's an emergency fund, having that emergency fund in place, making sure that you are properly funding your retirement accounts so that, if you're an older employee, for example, and it happens, maybe now is a good time to look at and reevaluate retirement. Maybe you have that ability to do it now that, you've prepared, you've put money away over the preceding years.
Okay. So. Brian, thank you very much. If you are in this same boat here, if you have been laid off or need some financial help, Brian Nemes is your guy. Thank you, Brian, very much.